All right, number 4, we've got a little trig. We want to figure out the second derivative. So first we need to figure out the first derivative. Derivative cosine is negative sine. Derivative sine is cosine. So we get negative sine of x minus cosine of x. Then we want to take the derivative of that. So we get negative cosine of x minus derivative of cosine is negative sine. So this becomes plus sine of x. And we want to know when this is equal to 0. So most of the time, we're taking what's on this right side and factoring it and setting factors equal to 0. We can't factor anything out of cosine and sine. So I'm going to kind of use a different method for this. I'm going to add cosine to the other side. And that gives us cosine of x equals sine of x. Well, I can't solve this like traditionally, but I can solve it using my knowledge of the unit circle. When is the cosine going to be equal to the sine? Pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4, right? Up here they're both positive root 2 over 2. Down here they're both negative root 2 over 2. So x is going to be pi over 4 or 5 pi over 4. Those are our two values when the second derivative is 0. And they fit within our interval. Remember, we always want to keep an eye on that for those trig ones. So we're going to make a number line for our second derivative. And we know pi over 4 gives us a second derivative of 0. So does 5 pi over 4. Now we want to test some values in our second derivative. So we can use 0, pi, and 2 pi. And those would probably be the easiest ones since they're included. We can use 0 and 2 pi in there. If we put 0 in, cosine of 0 is 1, but then we got that negative out there, so we get negative 1. Plus sine of 0 is 0, so we get a negative answer there. So the second derivative is going to be negative on that interval. We use pi, negative cosine of pi. Well, cosine of pi is negative 1 times negative 1, that makes it positive. And sine is 0. Sine of pi is 0. So we're going to end up with a positive here. And 2 pi, really, we don't even have to do this again. 2 pi is coterminal with 0, so these are going to be the same. But if you go back and do it, cosine of 2 pi is 1 times the negative, gives us a negative 1, plus sine of 2 pi is 0, so it gives us a negative. Right, so we can write down our intervals when it's concave up and concave down. So concave up is going to be from pi over 4 to 5 pi over 4. Concave down, remember our interval that we're looking at is from 0 to 2 pi. So it's going to be concave down from 0 to pi over 4 and from 5 pi over 4 to 2 pi. So here we could actually use brackets on the 0 and the 2 pi because at those points it is concave. Second derivative is going to be negative or positive, negative in this case, and these would still be parentheses because at pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4, second derivative is 0, so it's not technically concave down at that point.